Hey followers, my name's Katie. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about heartbreak and relationships and kind of tell you a little bit about what happened to me. I am 20 years old and I was in a relationship with a guy for 2 years and 4 months. He broke up with me back in October. Now, why I think it's important to say this is because I see a lot of you guys going through heartbreak, thinking you're never gonna get over it. I just want to say you don't need someone to make you happy. If you feel that way, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. You need to learn to make yourself happy before you worry about making you and someone else happy. It's really important that you two are there for each other, and you can't put that, it's not healthy to put that kind of pressure on someone else. It's not fair. Now a little bit about what happened with me and my ex. We started dating a month before I graduated high school. He ended up going to prom with me. We fell madly in love that summer. I had went away to school, to a university for a semester. I ended up coming home right away after that semester, for a lot of reasons. Not just him, but including him, unfortunately. We had our issues. He couldn't get his life together, and he didn't know where he was going, so he almost broke up with me about a year into our relationship. Said some pretty nasty things, and I still ended up taking him back because I was 18 years old, and what did I know better? I loved him, and I didn't want to live without him, and I felt I couldn't live without him, or I thought he was good for me, and I just thought he was confused and whatever. But I actually really didn't end up feeling his trust back until almost a year after that. And then, we had our ups and downs, but he was always getting talks from me about how he was making me feel. I put a lot of things aside. He had just moved out into an apartment, and he was running low on money, trying to figure out how to pay for everything, and I let it go for the fact that he didn't take me out, treat me to anything, not even like $1 worth of something, for like 3 months. And now, I'm not saying guys have to pay for everything. I'm just saying it's important to do nice things. And it's when you can't even spend $1.50 on a Slurpee for me, or a coffee, or whatever, there's gonna be a problem there, like when that's going on forever, so I'd have to have a talk with him about that. I had to have a talk with him about, not saying thank you after I do nice things for him. I'd cook him meals. I do a lot for him. I put a lot into our relationship. I did whatever I could to make him happy. I was more like his mother. I used to make sure he went to school, make sure he did his homework, make sure he kept his life on track, have life motivational talks about not dropping out, why college is important. He failed a lot of classes because he, dyslexic, ADHD, and just plain old not giving a shit. I did everything in my power to keep him going. Sports. Sports. He is a huge sport fanatic. I mean, he would do bowling, he would do softball, he would watch football on Saturdays and Sundays, or go to millions of baseball games. He was crazy about sports. It was his passion, and I respected that. But when sports started coming before me all the time, that is a problem. 5 days out of the week. I mean, he wasn't happy. Being with me, being in a relationship, he was not okay with that. So anyways, when he broke up with me, just about 2 weeks before, we were sitting there talking about names we can name our children. We were talking about having lives together, you know. I mean, we always had, but 4 days before he broke up with me, I remember him saying, I love you forever and ever. And 4 days later, he broke up with me, saying he didn't love me like that anymore, that he wasn't happy, which I understand. I could understand him not wanting to be in a relationship in his condition. The next day, I was a mess. This is to be expected. I cried and cried. I was hysterical. I sat there screaming, shaking. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. My mom just sat there and, you know, she just looked at me and cried because she felt how much pain I was going through. And it sucked. Just thinking about it gets me all worked up because I really was in that much pain. That night, the day after he broke up with me, less than 24 hours later, I found out he liked someone else. And when he broke up with me, I asked him if there was someone else, and he had said no. When I found out there was someone else, less than 2 weeks later, they officially started dating and being together. He had known her. He had met her only 9 days before he broke up with me. Now, I don't think that she was the reason he broke up with me. Even, you know, I think it was because our relationship, he wasn't happy with me trying to make him a good, motivated person. You know, I wasn't crazy or, like, you know, I didn't force him to do anything, but being with me, I was always, I did good in school. I was really close with my family. You know, I cared about others. I always put my friends and family first. You know, I put him first. I mean, I was here, and he was down here compared to me. He felt, I'm assuming, not on top. I mean, in a relationship, men like to know they have control, and I had control. Now, he started dating a girl down here who had never graduated high school, had no job. I mean, she just got one. She does not have a car or a license. She is 21 years old and is going nowhere, just like him. It sucked. I'm not even gonna lie, but I never thought he would be the kind of person to do that. Never. He never cheated on anyone, you know. He just was not that kind of person, and this is what happened. it sucks, and it happens a lot. Most of the time it's unexpected like this. I'm 20 years old, and I was madly in love with him when I was only 17. I thought he was the one, as I think many of you guys believe. When, you know, you get in a relationship with someone, you think that's it, and then it's over. And you have to start all over with only half of your heart because they have the other. And it sucks. It feels like part of you is missing. Now, fortunately for me, I find looking back, I wasn't myself with him because I put everything of me into him, and nothing was there for me anymore. I got pride, and I get joy out of helping other people. But every time I'd help him, I'd get nothing in return, and it was emotionally abusing. I was alone in a relationship. I just want to say, I know this is getting kind of long, but I just want to say that it's okay to hurt. It's okay to take time to get yourself back together. But I am happier than ever. You know, it was really hard at first, but I didn't blame myself for what happened. You shouldn't either. It doesn't, in this kind of situation where you're getting dumped, it is not your fault. If you like didn't cheat on them or whatever, but it's important to not sit there and say what if or why. I mean, it's natural to do that, but you can't let it consume you. To sleep at night, it's just, you have to know that everything happens for a reason, and this is just in life's plan to get you where you're supposed to be. Me, currently, I'm in cosmetology school. I'm doing great. I'm happy, and I am going back to my university, and I am living my life, and he isn't stopping me. I get to be me again. I mean, instantly after we broke up, okay, not instantly, but I mean, you know, just weeks after we broke up, I finally started feeling me again. I was relieved. As much as it hurt, I felt like weight was lifted off my shoulders, because he was just that degrading to me. So please don't blame yourself. Please don't let him bring you down, because you will be something amazing to someone else. You will find somewhere where you're both at the same level, at the same time. You balance each other out, and challenge each other's thoughts, and get along, and be flirty and amazing, and it's gonna happen. I believe that's gonna happen for me, and I know it's gonna happen for you guys.